Bluetooth.
In North Carolina, this is my first time experience, like actually seeing this shit kind of secondhand, right? They're very relaxed. They will allow abusers, like they might lock them up for one day, he's out tomorrow, all kind of calamity. It's really crazy, man. And it's I'm not shocked whatsoever.
Is it North Carolina run by Republicans?
I don't know. I think it's a Democrat.
It's a battleground state. So it's a purple state.
Y'all gotta know what
Charlotte.
One thing I want to introduce, Nathan, and I'll come right back to you, is don't forget, just a year ago or a year and a half ago, the Irina was her name, the Ukrainian girl that was stabbed on the light rail in North Carolina by a felon that had recently released as well. Okay, go back.
And it's crazy. And you know, so when these reporting that situation happened, and he had that long track record, I'm not surprised whatsoever because it's a front in Charlotte. I don't know where these things happen at, but just in Charlotte, North Carolina, they will allow repeat criminals to keep getting away with the bullshit. Even when they're abusing her, another woman, they just keep allowing this shit to happen. They take it seriously. And it's no shocker whatsoever. I don't know what needs to happen, but they need to take a book from, I don't know what the hell going on, but it need to change because this is crazy. We, the community does not want repeat offenders out back on the street. And the reason they keep doing it because they keep getting a slap on the hand. When I could commit a crime, they might lock me up that day. I'm out on the weekend, 2 days later, doing the same shit.
Isn't that what happened, Nathan, with that kid that got into LSU that raped those young girls? That wasn't responsible.
The white dude, the kid, yeah.
This is like very reoccurring common. Like people aren't held accountable for crimes.
Why did they let him off? Like what was the whole thing behind that?
They said they charged him as a juvenile. They didn't want this to ruin the rest of his life. So even though he had they said he strangled them to unconsciousness.
Yeah, the girl needed surgery.
I think I remember that. Yeah, I think I remember that. That was a few years ago.
No, he just got out.
This was recent.
He just got out.
Yeah, I mean, the crime happened. When did the crime happen? Yeah, it's crazy, man. We need to revamp certain type of crimes should have like a minimum sentence. And if you're raping women and shit like that, that should be an automatic minimum of whatever years that should come with that. That's hideous. So, you know, like I said, North Carolina has serious issues. A lot of different states have it, and when it comes to pedophiles, rapists, and all this type of weird shit, and harassing the fuck shit out of women and breaking her car windows, and the police don't do shit. We didn't have tougher laws, man. They didn't have go look at this thing and look at it really hard.
Well, Nathan, based on what you're saying is one thing, but I thought that our documents were made for a religious and moral people. So you can have all the laws on the books, but if the individual does not want to do what's right, I don't know why we as quote unquote Americans understand the responsibility of the individual. I read by court law right now. In the last 40 years, we have grievances at every level of law. They're letting people out here in California for what we consider major criminal crimes and all kinds of stuff. You know why? Because grievances today is the new currency. People keep their jobs. Listen to the people with the DSA right now. Oh, we don't need borders. We're going to empty all the prisons. We got judges letting people off for rape, sodomy, all kinds of things. You know why? Because we don't have any moral or religious people. If anyone discussed anything about responsibility or anything like that, we don't want to hear it. At the end of the day, we have evil on the planet.
No power.
And unfortunately, we have evil in black robes who let people off the hook.
Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. It's crazy, and we don't address it, and Man, so but the people got to make a change, man, because we can't just keep allowing this type of calamity to keep happening again and again and again. Yeah, somebody have a track record of being locked up 20 times over the same shit. It is 30 fucking times. It's really crazy. Like people, like he said, Edward is right. The black robes is the problem. The border situation. Everybody know what that is, and just in my state in Georgia, they locked up 1,200 people. ICE locked them up. 50% had criminal records of rape, murder, assault, battery, DUI, domestic violence. So we got to clean up these.
No power.
It's
The
the
other
black neighborhood too,
50%.
well, other 50% was here illegally, and guess what? Since I live in another country, I live in 2 countries. Guess what? In Mexico, right? I cannot come here to this country and have it in a mindset to violate their immigration laws. They will lock my ass up, and they would check me multiple checkpoints to the city I'm going to with a machine guns, and make sure that the first question they ask me, do you have your documentation, your visa, whatever, right? And I best have it, or else I'm gonna be locked up in some type of Mexican prison.
It's
some
funny.
nasty ass water and
It's funny that you mentioned this. Do you guys remember Kate Steinle? I was just revisiting that case. She was the lady that was in San Francisco, who was on the whatever the wharf there.
Yeah, on the pier.
And an illegal shot her in the back, maybe in the head or in the back. Do you remember that case? I was just revisiting.
I don't remember, bro. It's
No power.
in American when you're certain people.
Dude, thing's plugged in all night and it doesn't want to charge? The fuck?
They have the cartel, the biggest gang in the world, most powerful gang.
Good one. You got me on that one. I stopped just kidding, FAG, huh?
The cartel.
Let me roll up a projection mirror for you.
Towns that I go to is deserted. And I asked them what happened. The cartel happened. That's why. They was hanging people from bridges, chopping off heads. This is on our border. These people don't give a fuck about you or me, or even their own people. The people in Mexico call those people a cancer of their society. It's so much stuff and rape and children and shit that goes on across that border. We do need to check and make sure that we are safe, who we're allowing into this country. Because guess what? I'm pretty sure if you're a woman, if I come into your house, you're not going to like it unannounced. I come through your window, start going through all your shit. That's our country. It's our house. You have to respect it. Ukraine is fighting Russia right now because they came into their country. Your house is what I'm saying is this. The most disrespectful thing that you can do to somebody is enter in unwanted. That's extremely disrespectful. And I'm pretty sure Pearlie and other women who think like her respectfully, if a man and you open up your house, there's a big ass man standing right there, you wouldn't like it. You would, trust me, you would not like that shit whatsoever, and you would call the police. Our country is our home. And I respect other people's countries, and I pay whatever money, wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, stand in some long ass line all fucking day. And you know what kind of crazy shit? I said, you know what? Why is this line so long in Mexico for me to get my image? Somebody leaned over and told me, this is in your country, and you can't tell us how many people to hire. You're not. This is what it is. Take it or leave it. You saw, and that's what we have to realize as Americans and say, hey, we have to protect ourselves. Me, your families need to be protected. And everybody else outside of this country, some of them mean really mean good things, but a lot of them don't. And we have to respect them.
That's true.
Real quick, Pearlie, are you still there? I don't know if you're still by your mic.
I'm here.
Yeah. Can this be considered a hate crime at all? Because race is mentioned. I don't know. How does that work?
Wait, what? For what?
Oh, this particular individual, he's on video saying, "Oh, you're a white woman that voted for Trump," or you voted for Donald Trump. I think he said white. I gotta double check it, Joe. I don't know if he said that, but I think he inferred race in it. I'm not entirely sure.
So, for it to be a hate crime, it doesn't necessarily have to be racially based. So this sounds like it could also be like based on political views. That'd be like a hate crime based on like their political affiliation.
So there is that. There is a crime on the books for political affiliation, criminal stuff. I didn't even know that.
Race, national origin,
Hey, so
all the protected classes.
Are we taking mental health off the table? Because that dude was clearly on whatever he could have been on or out of his mind.
Oh, I didn't see the video, so I don't know.
You gotta watch the video to get a real fair stance on this one, really.
That motherfucker should have been in a crazy house. Like, if anything, in jail or a crazy house. Like, he should have been just walking the street.
You know, Dirty, the police department and the judge can sentence him to a mental institution that they can lock him up and send him away. And that's how sorry they are. They really don't care about the public like that, right? They can say, okay, he has clearly mental issues. We're going to send you away for 4 years to this mental institution, not jail, but this institution, and lock you up there for further health evaluation. They have the power to do it, but they don't. Maybe somebody's getting paid for that real. Who knows, man? But the system needs to be.
Voluntary commitment is not that easy.
Hi, this is Book. If I could be put in the queue, thank you, moderators.
People who want help at times, like they can't get the adequate help they need. So I mean, I disagree with that characterization.
Hi, this is Book.
And that comes from ideology, and that's I have a huge problem with that.
How does that have to do with
I'm not
ideology?
talking about because the left thinks that, hey, this person should have the freedom to go around, keep using drugs, and kill themselves.
Did I ever say that?
No, I'm not talking about you, Pearlie.
Right, so then, like, well, why are you characterizing things that I've never said?
Gotcha.
You can't be responding to things that I never said.
Okay, good. Are you done? Okay, so outside of what Pearlie said, she's not saying this. I'm going to repeat it. Many politicians on the left have said in California as well that when you see somebody out of their fucking minds, using drugs, drinking their own fucking piss, it's extremely hard for that person to admit it because they changed it. They said, hey, wait a second, you're violating this person's freedoms, right? And that's where it comes down to. Trump, on the other hand, I agree with him on this and say, hey, if the doctor's saying you're crazy, you're eating your own poo-poo and piss, and you're fucking out of your mind medically, and the professionals have said this, we will make the choice for you and get you admitted against your will. That needs to come back. The asylums need to come back. It doesn't make any sense in today's age with camera systems, the technology that we have, that we could solve the problems of what it was in the past. We need asylums back. These crazy people need to be locked away in a good facility for human. It's inhumane to have these people with medical illness running the streets, living in the harsh elements, and say, yeah, they can make a sound decision. When you lock that person up, oh yeah, by the way, let's listen to him. What you want to do? You want to go to this asylum with bath water, health care, food, or you want to remain on the street? I want to remain on the street. What the fuck kind of psychopath person would trust that person? Obviously, he can't make good decisions, or she can't make good decisions. I would rather trust a panel of medical professionals to say, no, this person needs to be in an institution, and that's what that person is against their will. Because we care for them.
Hey, this is Book. I've been trying to get in the conversation. It seems like there's just a couple people talking.
Evidence of mental illness. Someone deciding to. I'm sorry, Ed.
No problem. Yeah, let's go back what Nathan said. First of all, in the United States, grievances right now, again, is the biggest commodity. Okay? It's currency now. Letting people be on the street. You talked about the borders. The cartels has been deemed as terrorist groups, right? But even all the stuff you're talking about, Nathan, again, I don't think the American justice system in 2026 has the will to do what you talk about. I think we have become so soft in handling criminality that now it's easier for me to commit a crime and get off than for me to be punished for my behavior. This is the tragedy that we're living in right now. And most of us, especially here on the right, do not really look at it because the left today has so many grievances. And you know what? Their grievances have become bigger than the rule of law. We want people to come over the border. We want the mental health issue taken care of. We want people to be able to take drugs. I mean, look, we're administrative drugs here in California. You get the clean needle. You do whatever you want. I mean, think about it. We are accommodating bad behavior. I land on this. When I was growing up, I'm 62. I thought the law was designed to protect Edward from hurting himself. But now the law accommodates my bad behavior and allows me to do whatever I want. And you know what? They're not going to lock me up if I run up and down the street and do whatever I want. I can ring somebody. You know what? I'm going to get off. You know why? Because that's the way the justice system works today.
No cash bail, no ankle monitors. Democrat, progressive, liberal judges, that's what they do.
Yep. So here's what's up, man. Like, someone deciding to live on the street does not make them insane. In Georgia, the state that Nathan and I guess he lives here. I don't know if he claims it, but in Georgia, there's a process, a 1013 process. You know, you get evaluated, and you can be held for, I want to say, you could be held for 3 days. And within that time period, you're supposed to get evaluated, and they're supposed to come to a determination. This idea that, you know, like, people can't be homeless, like, automatically, that means that they're crazy. That's just not the way the system works. California has thrown billions of dollars at the homeless problem, and they didn't make even a little bit of a dent into it. Money just, they put a flamethrower to that money. I'm sure Nathan's well aware of the homeless population problem in most major cities, including the Atlanta metro area. This is an intractable problem. What's happened now is we've taken the responsibility away from individuals, and we try to put it on the government. We try to make the government, the nanny state, responsible for people's personal choices. Like, the government is supposed to be a safety net. It's not supposed to be your family. My niece and nephew will never be homeless as long as I have breath in my body. We have a familial support system. They're supposed to kick in way before the government. We have social structures of people that aren't even related to us that are supposed to kick in way before the government. The government is supposed to be the last resort. People want to make the government the first resort. People want to make the government responsible for other people's bad decisions. We are coddling bad behavior. We are infantilizing people. We're saying that people can't make good choices. And because it's beyond their control, they should not be punished when they make bad choices. If there aren't consequences, people don't improve. If we support bad behavior, the behavior will continue to get progressively worse. We have to stop this.
Can you punish an autistic kid for breaking something? Say something expensive at a store, if you punish them for that?
Hey, Dirty, I wanted to let you, because I noticed you've been wanting to talk and you haven't been able to get in there. Do you if you got a submission more than a question, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, so I was just saying, like, I don't think we can take the mental health off the table, because as I'm looking at this video again, like, dude was clearly, I can't even say he was high, because it don't seem like no drug induced shit. Man was out of his mind, like he's a nutcase. The man's family was pleading with the judge not to give him another bond for this shit right here, because they scared of what he gonna do to them. So the family can't even handle him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think this dude really is a criminal. I think he's just a mental patient that is out of control. Like, he ain't got no way to control this shit. So he probably should be in an institute rather than a prison, where he probably would get killed back there doing some crazy shit.
Dirty, this is interesting, because I am reading about that. Now, I'll give the sister some grace. I'm assuming she's not saying this so she can help her brother out for an insanity claim of some sort or whatever, because she is saying that, she is saying, don't let this guy walk again, please. Like, help us out. How do we get this solved? So, I'm going to assume that's correct. Joe, were you coming off mic to mention that? Like, not everything can be associated with
If you're a violent mental patient,
Yeah. So my understanding of the original concept of insanity would be like a crime of passion, in the sense a man comes home, he finds his wife in bed with another man, and in that moment he has sees red and has this moment of a crime of passion type deal. In this moment of insanity, it's not just, oh, this is an insane person. Clearly we have drug addicts and dopers that are clearly have mental health issues, living on the streets of America, just out in the open, intense and shitting on the street. I mean, yeah, clearly that's insane behavior compared to common. However, we can't just dismiss every single crime when it's a behavior. It's constant. This man needs to be locked up. He knows what he's doing. He's not insane. It's not just a momentary lapse. It's an all-out. He's an evil person. I think that's what this society has gotten to. We've gotten soft on because of secularism. Just calling it what it is. It's evil behavior. And it's not the whole thing of what the criminal justice system is intended.
So I have a question for you. Do you agree with what Jesse Butler did?
hey, if we could hold off on the questions, I've been asking 5 times to get in the queue. Maybe I could get a little signification. Hello? Please put me in the queue, moderators, and then you can mute up. Hello?
To answer your question, I don't know who Jesse Butler is, so we'll go on to Ed.
Okay, I just want to say something. So he avoided prison time and his sexual assault case after completing a home-based rehabilitation plan under youthful offender status. So do you agree with plans like that for people where they can go in and complete like courses and avoid their case and prison time just by completing a course?
I don't know. I guess it would be on a case-by-case basis.
Okay, check out the Jesse Butler case. I know he's your same.
Put the link in the chat. Nobody's going to Google that for you.
It seems like whataboutism, Othello.
No, I just know that you bring out certain cases to push certain agendas.
So, just real quick, back to what I was mentioning a few minutes ago, and kind of how Joe has said that we just got to call out the truth on these things at some point, because it's getting people killed or hurt. You know what I mean? So, this man's sister is asking the public to please put him behind into the crazy house at this point. You know what I mean? Like, she's asking for that. Why isn't society accommodating that?
Because he's a violent mental health patient. That's what prison is for. That's where the violent people have to go. Because they can't be housed in minimum prison facilities. You have to put violent people in prison.
Hold on, Evan. One mic on Matt, then it'll come to me, and then we'll go to Evan.
Exactly. So, you know where I'm going with this, and I said this for 5 years, Joe, as you know, is that we need to bring back these institutions to house these individuals who are dangerous, or at least prevent them from being dangerous in that way. Because obviously, the prison system is built just for this particular kind of case to remove them. In that sense, you know what I mean? We have a separate discussion whether or not that's working out or what have you. But my point being is, how come the mental institution part is like I'm tiptoeing around it? We just got to be honest. We got to bring this stuff back. We got to put these people in there to get them some help. And I just feel like we can't have that discussion. That's where I was going with that. But carry on, yeah. Go ahead, Buck.
And look, Othello made a snide comment about, I have some sort of agenda or something related to complexion of skin. Really, the reason I introduced this story is in his own video, he's saying,
you voted for Donald Trump? Did you vote for Donald Trump? I think it's very appropriate for the President Trump room when we have a man out there chasing down women, specifically many of them white women, accusing them of potentially voting for Donald Trump and polar bear hunting. That's what it's called, Othello. That's the terminology used.
And again, Othello, if you want to do whataboutism or things of that nature, I mean, what if this was a white, man chasing a black woman regarding Obama?
Well, I would just ask Joe, has he ever presented any case?
It's wrong all around.
Has he ever presented any case involving a white man, where the white man
Now you're personalizing this and deflecting from the topic that I introduced.
No, I'm just asking. It's just a general question. Have you?
Look, I don't have data on everything over the last 5, 6 years that I've introduced as a topic, and how many of them. I have introduced topics about Joe Biden, also Hunter Biden and his pedophilia over the years. So yes, I mean, if that's just about Othello, if it's just about race to you, yes, I've introduced stories about white men.
So a Democrat or a black?
Hi, this is John Kitover, aka Book. Othello keeps asking questions. I was said that I was going to be next after Dr. and Joe. I'm ready. The 14th Amendment, ladies and gentlemen, is being misapplied to the criminals, not the victims. I put it in the chat. Our judges, our congresspeople, our senators have to follow procedural law, and they're not. They are claiming DEI is CRT, restorative justice. This is all they talk about. They have lectures, they have seminars, they have meetings to talk about it. And the future victims, the current victims from recidivist criminals who are released 30, 40, 50, 70, 80, 90 times, we are not following our laws or our Constitution because these ridiculous liberal progressive Democrat judges believe in structural white racism. They are out of their fucking minds. They should be voted out of office. In fact, state attorney generals should use marshals, Secret Service, local police, state police to arrest criminal, Democrat, pluralist, progressive, CRT, DEI, restorative justice judges. We cannot wait on this. Todd Blanche has been confirmed, and Donald Trump needs to start invading sanctuary cities and arresting Democrat, pluralist, liberal, progressive, CRT, DEI, restorative justice judges. They are releasing violent criminals, killing Americans at scale. That young woman in Chicago who was lit on fire on the train, that guy was arrested 75 times, and he'll probably be on the street again after lighting a young woman on fire. I don't care if you're pink. I don't care if you're fucking purple. No one gives a fuck about your melatonin. Stop committing crimes, because if you do not, we're going to take this country fascistic. We're going to become a military democracy. We are going to open up prison camps and rid ourselves of the scourge of the African-American domestic terrorist killing our people. That's where we are at. I am pleased.
Wait, what about that? See how they ignored Chad Williams, who just shot up a bunch of people at In-N-Out? They're quiet, right?
Let me just say this.
Shit like that, I don't even say it on my.
Yeah, that last part was wild.
Shooting up the family cookouts and shit.
So clearly Othello's gotten defensive regarding the topic I proposed. It's just this topic. We don't have to do whataboutism and say, hey, equal time. Let's go ahead and put a white man and talk about his evilness equally in the same amount of time that we talk about a black man. Othello, it wasn't even about that. It was about politics, that this man was chasing down white women, accusing them of voting for Donald Trump, and then punching them and assaulting them. And he recorded it and posted it on his own social media.
Well, he just said African American domestic terrorists and not American.
You didn't hear the part where he said somebody R word his son. That's what he would, like, his last word.
But the crazy thing about these
are we supposed to have equal time when we post up a topic and say, well, look, I mean, we spent all night long talking about our black folks, can black folks be racist? right? I think we give plenty of equal time, Othello. And I'm kind of like disturbed that you're so concerned of if I've ever put up a white man in a story about
Chad
a white
Williams.
man. Yes,
Chad
I
Williams.
have. I mean, clearly I have. But you have to then backtrack on it and say, well, a white man or a Democrat. I mean, what's the next goal posting you're going to
Why
do on
didn't you
this?
speak about Chad Williams, who just shot up a bunch of people at In-N-Out?
Keep saying about Chad Williams.
We're talking about one story I just proposed. It happened in a couple days. Othello, we're welcome to talk about another topic once this topic has concluded, but we're still on this segment. So stay on
Once
this.
they brought up Chad Williams, you guys started talking about pharmaceuticals. You guys started talking about mental health.
Bro, I don't know. That video was crazy. It was to do with the cowboy had to took him out.
Book made a good point. Book Club, hold on, what's more important is this. Sanctuary cities, most of these cities are in black cities. Where a lot of black people live at. So when we talking about that shit needs to fucking end. Google search what a fucking sanctuary city is. An immigrant who comes here, commit violent crimes in black neighborhoods, rape, murder, drugs, cartels, and you want these fucking individuals not to be deported? Guess what? When they come out of jail, they don't turn them over to ICE for them to get deported in our black cities. What the fuck? You don't remember LA? What all that shit was happening? I'm in Atlanta, all the fentanyl there. They just locked up 1,200 illegals here in my state, in Atlanta, right? 50% of those were against criminals. DUI, murder, assault, battery, domestic violence, rape, pedophilia. What? Why the fuck? If you're a black person in America, you're a black American, you should be 100% against sanctuary cities. 100%. And guess what, too? I don't get, before this guy hurt that white woman, they were hurting black women. Before he hurt the white woman. He was violating us, black community, all them 75 different times. That was acts against the black community. That last one was against a white person, but all the other ones were against black people. Like, I want these motherfuckers going too. And look, I got my car stolen. It was a rental car, thank God. The fuck, bro? When you get your shit violated, you're not gonna like that shit. And these are, yes, I don't want sanctuary cities. The Democrats did a devious, devilish job of actually implementing sanctuary cities in mostly black neighborhoods and where black people live at. This shit is crazy. I want these people up out of here. I want nobody who have a track record 75 crimes against us should be out of here still walking their way. No, I want order. And I want to protect my people against the same motherfucker. Why would we want this idiot to commit 74 crimes against us and still walking away? What fucking judge will allow this psychopath maniac to commit 74 crimes against the citizens of their community? Send that motherfucker to Alaska somewhere. Put that motherfucker in a cold place in Alaska to have him working. I hope he get frostbitten in his feet. This shit is crazy, bro.
Again, you make some good points, right? The challenge that we have, Nathan, is that sanctuary cities are introduced by the left, the Democratic Party, which, if you look at the statistics, what percentage of people of color do you think support the Democratic left? So, for some crazy reason, we say, this is what blacks say, that they're conservative, but they look at all these issues that's going on within these cities, and no one is pushing back. The leadership of the Black Caucus is not pushing back. Have you heard any blacks talk about sanctuary cities at all? Okay, and the person that's hurt the most, again, Nathan, what you talked about earlier about the border, who's hurt the most? Young blacks. They don't get the opportunities that they would normally get because a lot of these companies in America are paying under the table to these illegals. Okay, so everything you're saying is true. I'm going to say it again. We do not have the will to go against the grievances of the United States.
Edward, this is why Donald Trump, in his second term, needs to send the U.S. Army National Guard into the top 10 sanctuary cities in America and root out this cancer in our society. This is a video game, ladies and gentlemen, and when you play a video game, you play it to win. You build your perimeter, you set up your cannons, you'll infiltrate your enemy, you wipe out their walls, you take it over. We have been taken over. This is illegal. This is against the law. This is against our history. This is against our future. And if Donald Trump doesn't send in the Army National Guard, we are suckers. We are the patsies at the table, just like a Warren Buffett said. If you don't know who the patsy is within the first few minutes, that's you, motherfucker. And every one of you on this app, even if you are a liberal, progressive, moron, faggot, retard, you are also being run over by a fucking train. These are illegal invaders. And if this was Gaul and ancient Germany and ancient Rome, these criminals would be rooted out using the military. That's exactly what America needs to do. We have a proud American military that follows ethics and laws, and our military can solve our problems. Don't worry about the pussy comitatus. Times change, video games change, reality changes. If we live our lives by what faggot retards like Othello tell us to think, we are doomed. We are doomed for failure. Our future is meaningless. Our entire existence is meaningless listening to faggot retards. Do not believe liberal, progressive, Democrat faggot retards. These dumb motherfuckers want to see you ruined. They don't care about your past. They don't care about your future. I am complete, and I rest my case. I've landed my plane. Feel free to pick it up and ask any questions you got. I know everybody here got grievances. Go ahead and ask it. Let me hear you ask your questions.
Hold on. Othello, listen. Instead of talking about what he sounds like, could you or Dirty actually talk about the points that?
Yes, I can. Can I go ahead?
Okay. Go ahead, please.
Okay. He's talking about sanctuary cities. Well, I want to ask a question. Just give me a yes or no. Anybody? Is New York City a sanctuary city?
Holy fuck, it's a yes, you fucking moron. Do you know who Mamdani is, you dumb motherfucker?
Shut up at once. Okay. New York City is a sanctuary city. Is homicide down to a historic low, 27%?
Oh yeah, and they're labeling all the black criminals white in prison. We believe the stats, Othello. Sure, okay. Historic low. Let me show you the last 10 murders in your historic low.
Othello.
Yeah, either you're going to make points or we can have dialogue, and when we have dialogue, we get to talk about what we want. Listen. If you want no, it's not a yes or no. If you want dialogue, look, it's a trend all across America. Since Donald Trump has gotten in office, the murder rate nationally is down. Nationally. This is due to the policies of Donald Trump getting in office. However, prior to Donald, look, bro, you need to be a good actor. Okay?
Yeah, just stop asking questions, Othello.
Seem like you're being a bad actor right now. You're an intelligent guy. Why can't we just have dialogue? We're just here to
I just want to know, what was his policy in New York City? You're taking my mic time. Go ahead.
No, if you want dialogue, have dialogue. Go ahead and give your point.
Okay.
Rather than this yes or no question from Rose Path.
New York City is a sanctuary city. Since Mamdani has come into office, homicides have gone down to a historic low, 27%. This is a democratic socialist. Few things that he did. He kept the same police commissioner, right? But he started neighborhood programs addressing mental health, same things we're talking about. He put money into the neighborhoods so that they can continue their after-school programs, where Cuomo wanted to take them away, right? So he instituted these democratic socialist policies into New York City, and now crime is down to a historic low, directly speaking against what this acid, ungrounded, untethered John Kitover was just talking about, sending our military to kill people like this is Nazi Germany or like we're Israel or some shit like this. All it took was a democratic socialist to get into office, implement his policies, and now homicides are down to a 27% low, historic low. So that speaks directly to the point that he made. Go ahead.
I just got back. Are we talking about whether crime is down, or what's the story on this one?
Yeah, homicides down 27%.
Yeah, I don't know. Othello had a one-off shoot that Mamdani has lowered homicide rates in New York City due to his policies, and somehow we got here, and it didn't really garner any response. But that's great. That's great.
You can't respond.
Well, I mean, is it due to underreporting? Because we do know that there is. I'm just curious.
How do you underreport a homicide?
Many cities have been accused. I'm just curious if there's underreporting due to this.
So the police are underreporting homicides in New York City?
I'm curious how the hell he knows. Mamdani hasn't even been in office that long. You know, like, how can you know that? His policies are lower than
It's news. It's front page news. Go Google it. Go look at homicides under Mamdani's leadership.
Yeah, it takes time to come to the conclusion you brought to the room, so maybe we'll wait a year or two.
Yeah, as if Mamdani does anything.
Let me ask you, was homicide already coming down?
Where? New York City?
Yes.
I believe so, but what do I know?
Yeah, it's been coming down since Donald Trump has, all across the nation, it's been coming down.
That's like 2019.
No, since Donald Trump got it.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi, Liliana. This is your 1 o'clock Uber check-in. Call or text me back. Bye.
And we were talking about
that's a problem.
You said 2021 when I looked it up after COVID, because it was.
Yeah, we don't believe he did anything, but we're going to give it to you so we can move on.
Of course you don't, because you didn't look at the actual policies that.
Because he's only been in. How long has he been in charge, dude? This is so dumb.
I'm saying, like, you know, it was pretty high during the first something that's so fucking short, bro. It's like it's hard to get reliable data on something like that.
Well, hold on. I got another question.
Yeah, why are you disputing a win? We're letting you have it.
I got another question. If people spend 5 years on Clubhouse asking questions but never take any action, aren't they part of the problem? Isn't that the real structural white racism, which is laziness, lack of action? Hello?
In the IDF. When all you need is policies addressing mental health, right? After school policies, you know, talking about
Policies addressing mental health. You got guys sucker punching in the streets. That's not mental health. That's criminal psychotic behavior. You can't fix that. That requires a fucking prison cell and a prison guard. He's lucky we don't execute him. He's lucky we don't blow his fucking brains out and bury him in the fucking shallow dirt where he belongs. There's no mental health problem. We need to put these fuckers in prison at scale. No releasing them 70 times with restorative justice judges. Go ahead, JB. My favorite campaign contributor. Thank you, Joby. Go ahead, darling.
Damn, you guys are crazy. Do you want socialism?
If it brings crime down to historicals, you know, I'll look at it.
Yeah, well, let's ship those that want it to a socialist country for a year. I'll wait.
You can
Why waste any time? Let's ship them to a communist country and just tell them what it turns into. We'll show them.
You can try to ship me somewhere.
Nobody wants to ship you anywhere, Othello. Actually, what we want for you is to be happy and productive. But being on Clubhouse for 5 years asking questions, that's not productive. That's wasting time.
I'm as Irish as they get, and America's run by Irish people.
Just reading up more about the current statistics from New York City. There is a caveat to it. It does say they are preliminary and they are subject to revision. So they're not finalized numbers on this.
Listen, arguing about whether we're at a historic low, it's irrelevant because I follow the news. Oh, sorry, the Irish run the world. Go ahead, Joby.
When you say they, who do you mean? Thank you.
When I say they, I mean the Irish. We all know the Irish secretly run the world. What I'm trying to say is I follow the news. And so when loser retards tell us that crime is at historic lows, it's simply not true. I follow the news. I see the murders on the trains by the hundreds over the years. Mass shootings on the trains. Trains are not homeless shelters for African Americans. Trains are meant for people to go to work at 8 a.m., 7 a.m., 6 a.m., get home from work at 5 p.m. on the train. Trains are not homeless shelters in sanctuary cities, but liberal progressive Democrat mayors seem to think housing thousands of homeless people, criminals, mentally ill, deranged, pooping, peeing on the train, smoking cigarettes nonstop. You can't run a city that way. People can't get to work. Soon people stop taking the train. Then the train needs a bailout from the state, and the state needs a bailout from the federal government. The federal government needs a bailout from the Federal Reserve. We are living in a society that allows recklessness, a society that tolerates homicide. This weekend, 25 people murdered in the streets of Chicago with guns. If we had any will, if we had any objective ethics, we would shut the fucking system down. We shut it down for Big Pharma in 2020, but we don't shut it down for the gun violence that is an industrial gun violence where we got 30,000 gangs in the streets of Chicago murdering each other every single weekend over social media and territory beefs. What we need to do is deploy the U.S. Army National Guard into the city of Chicago, into Los Angeles, into Miami, into Dallas, into Austin, into New York, into Minneapolis, into every major sanctuary city in America. We need 250,000 U.S. soldiers to rush the cities, remove the illegal alien invaders, and stamp out the criminal domestic terrorists known as African Americans who are recidivist criminals, raping and murdering and running our streets in every major sanctuary city, now competing with international criminal gangs. Don't listen to these faggot retards on this stage today. Turn the app off, read a book, go to the gym. Be strong. Don't let these energy vampires ruin your day. If you listen to these faggot retards, you've got no past. You've got no future. You don't even have a present now. I rest my case. I am complete.
Can we get your number on the failed politician?
I ain't gonna lie, man. You can't dispute the stupidity. You talking about everything.
Dirty. One of the things that I always like is talking about people's points. Okay, not try to criticize the individual. We do know, and I'm going to go with Othello. We do know that Chicago, Baltimore, Atlanta, California has a problem. The Philadelphia. Have a problem with crime. Okay, we all know this. Okay, so for us to get up here saying that it's not an issue, we know that. And I'd like to ask everybody this question. The word sanctuary normally means something other than what we call it, okay? If I have a sanctuary city and I'm actually housing illegals, does that make it sacred? Anybody can answer this question. I'm waiting. Does it make it sacred?
Say it again.
Okay. We say there's sanctuary cities like New York and California, different places, Chicago. sanctuary is supposed to be sacred?
Yes.
Okay, so then why then we would call something sanctuary city? Don't you guys see that it's oxymoronic to call something sanctuary when we all know that they're housing illegal people? Look what happened during the lockdown. All of the borders open, okay? Something's happening. We all seen this. They were feeding, put people in 5-star hotels, giving them cards with $8,000, $9,000 on it, okay? Why are we being disingenuous to a country that we all know that the local leadership, I'm talking about the local leadership of our states, all the way to the governor, are running the U.S. economy into the ground? And I'll land on this. You guys talk about the murder rate in New York is down. I asked you how many people, productive individuals who lived in New York, decided to leave and take their money outside of New York. How many people have exited New York and California? Please someone give us that number.
It's a good question. But I mean, I think it'd be better to give your own data because, you know, I gave my data about the 27%. Personally, I just think it's better to give your own data so we can further the convo. I like where you're going.
Tella, there's one of the things I've learned, you know, facts don't care about our feelings, right? That's another thing. We've had a conversation all day, overnight and everything about, you know, can blacks be racist and stuff like that. I always ask the question, did anything contribute to people's just behavior, no matter what ethnic group they are? So the fact about it is that evil exists on planet Earth. It does. And right now, there are people exiting California at a large clip, and there's people leaving New York at a large clip. Okay? And I'll put the numbers in the chat so you can see. Okay? So I'm just saying, what Book is talking about, we all got to understand. And another thing is, I've been to Israel 3 times, okay? It's not an occupied state, guys. It's the actual only republic in the whole Middle East, if you guys understand what republic means. We are a republic, okay? The only one in the whole Middle East. So we keep talking about the IDF and all this other stuff as if though they're trying to take advantage of their people. So I don't know why we believe this. Freedom isn't free, and it takes a
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey Brandy, it's John. Just checking in. Hope you're having a lovely afternoon. Just let me know if you want to do brunch or dinner. I'd love to meet you today. And talk to you soon. Bye.
don't have to be concerned about illegals who have crossed the border illegally. They did not come here and come through the point of interest.
Hello,
They are illegal.
please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Hi Emma, it's John. Are we getting brunch today? I tried to get a Google Voice number. It doesn't let me get one. It's so annoying.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey Emma, it's John. Hope you're having a lovely afternoon. I was just calling to see if you're free for brunch or dinner. And talk to you soon. Bye.
Then we pick up people in every community. And most of the perpetrators of these crimes are people that look like each other. Okay? What we don't like to discuss and talk about is the level of how many blacks are killing each other and vice versa. Okay? The chances of a young black person making it through and not dying from homicide is very unique. Okay? Very unique. Homicide is number one killer of most young black men. That is a tragedy. Instead of us talking about race all the time, we should be talking about how do we get our children to love themselves a lot better than we get off the street. But we don't want to talk about that part.
Yeah, I thought when John Kitover was talking about Charles and killing American citizens, like we're going to the cattle. And what I'm saying is that look at what Montgomery is doing, the things that he's in.
Did you just say Goyim cattle? What does that have to do with breaking the law and being good or evil? I didn't know Goyim cattle was a descriptor or a category. What is a Goyim cattle, Dr. Othello? Go ahead, Blade. Tell us what Goyim cattle is, you energy vampire. You're just an energy vampire, Othello. You make no points. Go ahead and ask another question.
With the U.S. military and killing citizens. Oh, thank God you didn't win any. Thank God you didn't win mayor of Chicago.
No, I don't think. I just want to make sure. I don't think Book said go into American cities and kill Americans. That's not what I heard him communicate. I believe he talked about ordering the rule of law. Okay, just to make sure, because right now the current police department in these major cities are not handling the crime. Way too many guns on the street. And you know what? I tell people, I don't care how many gun laws you pass, you're still going to have criminal elements who get guns. Okay? And this is what the left continue to promote. And when you get a chance, Othello, I like for you to give us, the people here at Trump House, your definition of a democratic socialist based on our founding documents.
Listen, the truth is, everyone here is wasting their time, and they are fools for even speaking. Because a fool will often speak and then fool you with his tomfoolery. And that's what restorative justice, CRT, DEI, structural white racism is. It's for fools projecting their foolishness onto people who believe the foolishness, then they become fools. It's all cut, it's all black and white. It's in the law books. We don't follow process, we don't follow procedure. We make special accommodations at the judicial, through the judicial legal industrial complex. It's really become part of a business, a cycle of debt creation, paying law firms in sanctuary cities hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Oh, I got another call. Hold on, it's President Trump. He's calling me. Please hold.
Well, I'm Mr. Edward.
Hi, Liliana.
Hi, I'm sorry. I had to take a long shower and I'm just shaving a bit. But yeah, sorry. I had to like cook and eat, and then I had to feed Gary, prepare his little meal preps.
Okay, no worries.
And then I just got in the shower. I'm just getting ready right now, actually. So.
Okay, darling.
It should be quick. So I'm wearing a dress today. It's in blue, so yeah.
You're gonna bring the Victoria's Secret, right?
No.
Oh, baby. All right. Well, before you put that dress on, will you take a photo for me of you?
Wait, what?
Well, you told me you were gonna take a photo of yourself and what I bought you.
I don't remember saying that. I don't recall it.
Yeah, that's what you said. Because I said I'm not gonna buy you new stuff until you wear the new stuff, and then
You don't have to buy any stuff.
What?
I can just get it myself. It's okay.
My darling, you got me turned on. I'm sorry. I can't wait to see you, my darling. All right, my darling. Well, let me know when you're ready, and I'll send you the Uber.
Because we can get some Victoria's Secret stuff, and I can try them on and give you a little fashion show.
Baby, it's got to be before we go.
No.
Don't you know the saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
No, I don't know about that one.
Shame
Sounds
on
like
me.
a millennial thing. I don't know what that is.
Listen, millennial things can be good things. You got to be open to new ideas.
I am open to new ideals.
Creative intelligence.
I have creative intelligence.
I know, but I want to help. I want you to
You
help
don't have to
me.
go.
I want.
I inspire myself and I look into others for inspiration, but other than that, you just
My darling, I just have an
Harley.
I have an artistic vision, and I would
I
love
know you're
it.
autistic.
No, artistic, not
Oh,
autistic.
yeah, autistic.
So wait, you already ate, so we're not doing brunch now?
I don't know, I ate a light snack today. I can't really eat. I'm super hungry right now.
Oh. Okay, well, I mean, I'm down to hang out with you, and
Actually, let's get frozen yogurt.
what about gelato?
Gelato. What's up with you and gelato?
Because I know the owner of a local gelato store. His name is Anando. He's Italian, and he would love to give us his amazing gelato.
Is he married?
He's married, yeah.
Okay.
Why? What does that matter? You're interested in Anando already? How'd you know he was handsome?
He's not like you are.
No, but my mother, when she met him, she was like, "That man is so handsome. I want to go back tomorrow to see him again."
Guessing he's old.
Yeah, he's an older gentleman.
Yeah, because if your mom was saying he's handsome from back in the day, and now he's old.
He goes to the gym.
And especially if it's your mom too, and you're this age right now. Yeah, he's definitely old. Probably like 80, right?
No, darling, he's probably like 50.
Shit, really? But you're like 40. Has to be more than 50.
He goes to the gym. He works out, and he makes great gelato.
Gelato. Life's like that.
Cause it's a Chicago Italian thing. We say gelato.
No, it's just an Italian thing.
It's
You're
true.
Italian?
It's true. You're a real Chicagoan.
Me?
I'm not Italian. No.
No, I just sound like I'm from New York. But I don't. I just sound like a Cali girl.
You do kind of sound like a Valley girl from Cali.
Yeah. But I'm just a suburban girl, that's all.
But you grew up in Inglewood.
No, I didn't.
What was the part of Chicago you're from?
I don't really remember growing up in the hood, really. I do know I did, like, grew up around, like, bad areas and stuff like that, but my dad quickly moved to the burbs.
Smart daddy.
As he should be.
Well, clearly you're a beautiful, intelligent woman who respects intelligence, sophistication, aesthetic.
Aesthetic. You're such a long notebook.
Well, you've got great aesthetic, and I appreciate great aesthetic.
Oh, really? I like that too.
Oh, you know what we can do
I
is...
guess I can wear the panties or whatever.
Oh, baby, thank you.
I can wear the blue eyes.
Ooh. See, now you're making Daddy happy.
Oh my god. Seriously?
So there's this museum near my place. It's like called the Big Ball Museum, where they have like, it's just like a huge ball exhibit. Have you heard of it? But I think you would really enjoy that today, and it's only like.
Hold on.
that story.
No, you crazy person. No, don't love that.
I actually couldn't hear you that well because we got the air conditioning blasting.
They're too sexy. But they're very sexy. Oh my lord. This is crazy. This is supposed to go to the front and this is going to go. That is some crazy shit. Literally, I just put acid out at this point. Oh lord. Okay, I'll come back in like 5 minutes.
Okay, bye.
And then you take away from things like our roads, like our infrastructure, like Social Security, like, you know what I mean? So,
Edward, the system's totally broke. We spent $7 trillion, taking $5 trillion. We're $200 trillion in debt. There's nothing left. We just keep borrowing to fund current operations. Hello?
okay, this is my last thing. Okay, so one of his policies is to tax the second homes of millionaires and billionaires. So if that home is worth
It's called theft. In socialism, communism, that's called theft.
hold on, the taxes from those second homes that are worth $5 million or more, right, will pay for, I guess, whatever he wants to put that money in. So that's one of his policies.
What's amazing is Mamdani's been able to, at least preliminary numbers are being reported, done this in the face of loss of officers. Roughly 900 officers, about 5% of the police force is actually down. Police officers are leaving. And to then report these numbers, it's very surprising to some degree that you can slim your police force down and then also increase reported crime data. A positive song.
Hey everyone. I just the last to the last tax rates for the first taxation. It is completely propaganda to imply that a billionaire pays less tax on the same types of incomes as a middle class or lower class. It's ridiculous. Now, the same loophole that a rich person has, where they can take a loan against assets and not pay tax on that loan, is available to each and every American citizen. Every one of us has that same luxury. They pay more taxes for wealthy than anyone that's in the 22%, 12%, 10% federal tax bracket. So I think you mean well based on the information that you told or heard, but the rich pay a lot of that tax. They always